Did you do the light check?
Hey guys, and welcome back to Third Act Thursdays. This week we are reviewing Mission Veterans High School, Rock of Ages. Super excited about this. We also have our beautifully talented friend Mandy joining us this week. She was able to see the show with Daniela because I wasn't able to go. So we're super excited to have her back in a video. It's been a while.
It has.
And so yeah, let's get right into it. We're gonna do something similar to what we did with Grease. So I'm gonna be kind of helping them segue from category to category, and we'll just sit here and have a cool conversation about it. See what everybody thought of the show, and yeah, let's get right into it. Let's just go in the regular order that we go. So let's start with all the technical elements. If you want to start with set or costumes or lighting, whatever you guys want to talk about. Whoever wants to go first.
The set was really cool. I like that they went with like a dive bar feel.
Yeah.
It really set the scene well. Yeah. I like the stage that they set up for the live band. That was also really cool.
Mm-hmm.
It was really nice to see, like I guess not that they were interacting with the band, but the band was more so interacting with the cast.
Oh yeah.
And that gave her a really cool experience, like a concert feel, like on stage.
Mm-hmm. You know how there was a platform on stage left where they had chairs? I wish they could have used that a little bit more.
That's right. I do remember that being.
Because I think they used it a few times, but I wish they would have done more like choreo on it, or like, you know what I mean? Like,
Was there like was it like an interactive stage like Southwest?
What do you mean?
Like there wasn't any audience member participation in,
Oh,
or like
no.
they
Oh,
weren't
no,
close to-
No.
No, it was just,
I want to say they used it to just store the chairs.
yeah, the chairs and the tables.
Oh,
Whenever they had like big choreography with a big group
They would like
of people.
clear off the stage.
Yeah.
And then use that
Oh,
space.
okay. I thought you meant like there was like a platform with chairs for the audience members to sit.
No,
Oh no.
there was like an area where it looked like a different part of like the bar or the restaurant or whatever it was, that like you could sit, but it was higher, and it was only like for 5 tables maybe.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't that big, but I wish they could have used the height for different levels, because I want to say that a lot of the staging and choreography that they did stayed in like the same level, which was the main floor.
Yeah.
You know what I
like
mean?
very downstage.
Mm-hmm.
And there wasn't too many formations. I would have liked to have seen a variation in formation.
Yeah, and I think that comes along with like that set. It was very bare and open and like in your
Pushed
face.
forward. Yeah.
Mhm.
And pushed down.
Yeah, I would have preferred it pushed down a little bit more, like more interactive or more, I don't know.
Closer together?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because they have a big stage, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I think they took advantage of the space as far as the lighting. They
yeah.
used a lot of different lighting components that I thought were pretty unique for this type of show, especially since it's like music concert every now and then.
Dude, yeah.
I did think that it was lit like a concert for all the dance scenes too, so that was really nice.
I was gonna actually ask you about that next because I know that like I've never seen a stage version of the show. I've seen the movie, and I thought the movie was pretty like light heavy, I guess if that's like a thing, because of the concerts and like because it's like flashy and it's like 80s and it's like
80s.
rock and you know like
Yeah.
it's I was expecting this show to have like a lot of like really colorful lights or like intricate lighting. So
It
it's pretty cool
did.
to-
It
Yeah,
really
I felt like
did.
they did a good job about including that.
Yeah, because I think it really adds a lot to the show, and it's very like thematic. Like it stays within the theme of the show and like how things are supposed to look. So that's pretty cool. I'm really glad that they did that.
Yeah, I enjoyed that a lot.
Okay, so let's talk next about. Do we want to talk about costumes or?
Oh,
Sure.
I loved their costumes.
Their costumes
I
were
really,
really cute.
really loved like what they did. They were so in theme. It was so.
Mhm.
I wanted to dress like that. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. It got me in the mood to like
pick
go
an outfit.
buy
Oh my
fishnets
God.
and
Yeah.
like yeah, dude. Like it really got me in the mood.
Man, I had boots like that. I could just them all.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. I think they did a really, really good job with
I
that.
liked how it was all the same theme, but nobody's one outfit was the same as another
Yep.
person. It wasn't like that,
Oh,
but
that's cool. So
They're
it's like
all
kind of like
unique.
unique to its own.
but still like on the same theme. So it was like a good overall motif on the costume.
Like,
I like-
you could really tell the different personalities.
Yeah,
I really like when shows do that. When like they put that much detail or like effort
Mhm.
into knowing that like this person is an individual, even though they're part of an ensemble. Like they're
Mhm.
still like their own individual person, part of the ensemble. I love that.
I enjoyed their wig usage.
Oh,
I
was
thought-
there a lot of wigs?
Yeah,
I
it was
figured.
really good too. I wanna
Especially
say
for the
that.
man.
Yeah, they were really nice
Especially
wigs.
for the man.
I figured there was gonna be a lot of wigs because like the hair, dude, like like,
And it
anyway.
really like gave the effect of like like head banging like,
Yeah.
in the right moments. It was
Yeah.
great. Yeah, I love that.
I don't know if you
Music?
want to talk about the saxophone.
Oh my god, I loved
And
him.
if you want to
the
get into the
narrator.
band.
We can segue. Let's segue into the music.
Okay.
So you can talk about. So someone played the saxophone live on stage.
Yes, that
Okay.
was amazing. He like left. He left the stage and then came back, re-entered while playing saxophone.
I know,
So
yeah.
like I didn't immediately see him playing it, so I thought it was like in the music track.
Yeah, me too.
But he came in playing it live. I was like, man, like this sounds great. And then I see him and he just like takes over the stage. It was just like amazing. It was great. He
It
did
was
such a good
super
job.
cool.
Did they have a whole live band, or was it just like instruments here and there?
It was a whole band.
Oh,
Yeah, it was a
cool.
drum-
They
Drummer,
did play
keyboard.
tracks at some point though. Like they alternated, right? Or was it like the band the whole time?
I want to say it was the band the whole time, but I wasn't. I guess I was so into it that I wasn't even paying attention to that.
The band
But
was on stage. the
To
whole
my
time.
thought, to my understanding, it was the band the whole time because they never left.
I think
Yeah.
if,
Or maybe there were some acoustic songs that were played
That's right.
with
Yeah.
with a track because was it a few? There was like 2 or 3 where the band didn't play.
Yeah.
I want to say.
I think if any show should have a live band, it's this one,
Oh yeah.
because I think that brings an extra element of the performance. I feel
It was
because
so
it is
great.
about like rock music,
Yeah.
and like I
Mhm.
think it's cool to like have it there and like experience it. Like it's different. It's different experiencing live music in general compared to like a track.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I think like kudos to the schools that have been doing live bands, but like
Yeah.
great that this school chose to do
But
that.
especially for Rock of Ages,
Yeah.
like I think it just fits so perfectly to use a live band. I feel like these are such classic songs that are just like well heard and well recognized when on a live band. Like it's just
Yeah,
it
you
was a
can-
really nice element to
You
have.
can feed off the energy of a live band more than you
Mhm.
can feed off of a track. Because then the audience gets into it and you feed off of
Yeah.
that too. So
Yeah.
I think it's really cool that they chose to do that, especially with this musical. Okay, let's talk about the vocals in general, like as a group, like
Okay.
the whole show.
Okay.
And then if you want to pinpoint like specific people that maybe stood out to you, you can do that as well. But let's start with as
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
As
an
Because I
ensemble
forget
first.
who sang what.
I want to say that as an ensemble, they were pretty good.
Yeah,
It-
as an ensemble, it was solid.
Yeah.
I would say that there were moments where I felt like it was a little low energy. But,
yes.
I mean, just because like it's such recognizable music, if you like kind of like sing it at a kind of like lowered energy,
No, yeah.
that like it's kind of like takes me out of it a little.
No, yeah,
but
yeah,
overall, very solid.
Yeah, and I
Definitely.
think with the music itself is so high energy
Yeah,
that
it's
like
like
it
it
can
pumps
take
you up.
yeah, but it can also take a lot out of you. Like
Yes.
if you put a lot into like the beginning and then you're like, oh, you're like trying to get that energy for the rest of it,
you're
because I
doing
mean
a lot.
that happens in a lot of shows. I think
Mhm.
you focus so much on the beginning that you're like, oh, like at the end you're like trying to
Yeah.
Kind of like gassing
Keep it
out.
up,
yeah.
yeah.
And it has nothing to do with what they performed, but I personally don't like this script just because it's so it's like it stops and it goes and stops and
So
it goes.
choppy.
It's so choppy and it's like
yeah.
and there's
it's,
like
like,
no
going
real
and then
transition into
stop.
the next song.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like and I'm like, yo, no, like it had nothing to do with the kids. Like they played it off so well, but I'm not a huge fan of the script. But you know what you know what I mean?
I get that.
Because there are some, like, where it sets up to the end of the song and just, like, leads into the next scene, like, very seamlessly. I felt like it was very, like, abruptly stopped. Like, we're talking, and then we have a song, and then it stops. And then we're going to, like, bring it back into the scene, and it just felt like a...
Or transition into another song. Because I felt like there were, I want to say, a few times where it was 2 consecutive songs with, like, maybe 3 sentences in between. I don't know if it was just how I'm remembering this.
I think it could be the script, because I feel like remembering the movie, I don't know how similar it is to a stage production of it.
Yeah.
But the movie was kind of similar like that at points. Like, there was points where I felt like, okay, like, that's it. Like, the song's over and now we're in a scene.
See, and I don't know how I feel about that, but it might just be the fact that it's, like, a jukebox musical, and I'm, like, so used to hearing these songs, like, on their own, you know, and like, how do you connect these? How do you connect these songs to a story? Like,
and not only that, but sometimes, if I remember correctly, I think some of these songs are supposed to be like concerts.
Yes.
So it could be that it's not necessarily supposed to tell the story.
Like,
it's kind of like in there as a performance. So I feel like it's harder to connect it to a story like that when it's like part of that.
And all of these songs are written by, you know, different artists.
Yeah,
like, they weren't written in for this musical. Like, they were all cohesively put together, like, in a track list. But it's not like they were all written by the same composer for one show.
Yeah,
They're all separate tracks on their own.
That's a good thing to, like, point out, though, because I think, like, the music is very well known, that I think people focus more on that rather than how it flows in with the story. So I think that was a good thing to, like, make a note of, because I don't think a lot of people focus on that.
But I think it was just the fact that I had never seen that show before.
Probably too,
like, put on, and even by high school kids, like, you know what I mean?
It's,
but they did it really well. It was just a matter of, I like shows that flow, you know, like, it just...
The only other people that I've heard have done the show in the Valley is the Camille. They did it, I think, 3 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
but,
they did?
Yeah, but other than that, I had never heard it been done here before.
Yeah.
At least not by a high school.
So kudos to you guys for pulling that show off, because it's not an easy one to do.
No. It takes a lot of, like, grunge and energy and oh my goodness,
energy all throughout.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So were there any, like, standouts to you vocally?
Standout vocals. You know, Sherry did a great job. You know, I feel like she had so much music, and there were moments that I could feel like maybe her voice was tiring out, but it's just so much music. So, you know, kudos to Sherry. Yeah. Allison did a great job. She really, like, pulled it out. It is a lot. It's really harsh on the voice to be singing that long for so many consecutive nights, you know. So, good job there. I felt like all the solos were really strong.
Yeah.
All the solos, all the duets.
Yeah. I don't think there was ever a moment that I was like, oh no, this song. You know what I mean? Like, because I love all this music anyway. So it was just like, it was good to hear their version of it. And the fact that their parents listen to this music kind of
I'm
it
sure
makes
they
me
really
kind of like,
that.
wow, cool.
That was a good pick too, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because it draws in the parents as well as the kids.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool. Okay, so let's segue into acting. Was there anybody that stood out to you as far as, like, this character was, like, my favorite or something like that? As far as, like, how they portrayed themselves?
I really enjoyed the narrator.
Yeah.
I feel like he set up the story so well. He had an awesome sax performance. That was surprising. It was, like, well done. It was just...
Yeah, I think his acting was on point. Like, because there was never a time that he dropped it. Like, even if he was, like, on the side sitting at the bar, like, he was still, like,
so
reacting and watching what other people were doing.
He had high energy throughout.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think for me, like, the energy that the whole ensemble had at certain points of the show, like, when they really enjoyed doing a song and it sounded really good, and, like, they're
having so much fun with it.
Yeah, you could tell that they were having fun.
Yeah.
Like, I want to say that was one of the most, like, highlights of acting, like, because they felt so comfortable with
they were so in it.
Like, towards the end when they all have picket signs, and it's like kind of like, stick it to the man, like everybody being on that same vibe, like I think really pumped him up
Yeah.
and like brought the energy back up, even though that's like towards the second half of the show.
Mhm.
So I feel like everybody was really into that, and it
They
was, like,
built
a good
up to it.
performance throughout.
All right, so let's move on to our favorite part of the video. Well, my favorite part of the videos. Let's start with your favorite song / performance.
Hell yeah.
Who wants to go first?
I
guess-
loved the finale song, Don't
Yeah.
Stop Believin'. I'm a hardcore Journey fan, and I think they just like killed it at the end.
Yeah.
You know, throwing it all out there on the stage one last time for everybody to enjoy. It was like strong.
Yeah. You could really tell that they were all like on this high of like performing. It was crazy.
Yeah, and of course the ending you want it to be just as good as the beginning.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
of
yeah,
course
yeah.
the final
Loved
song's
it.
gonna have all the energy that you can muster up because you know that once you're finished,
And that's
you can
it.
breathe.
I know.
I want to say that my favorite song is Hit Me With Your Best Shot. That was performed by like all the women in the ensemble and Sherry. And it was just very powerful to see the girls like
They brought
take
it.
over. Yeah, they
Mhm.
really brought it. Like that energy was definitely there. Their power was definitely there. And I was like, it felt very empowering to hear a bunch of women just sing that song and like,
Yeah.
you know, young women that are gonna be like super powerful whenever they get out of high school, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know, it was just really inspiring.
It was a nice like sisterhood feel.
Yeah, and you could tell that they were all like,
Relying on each other.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
the
Awesome.
vocals were perfect.
Let's move on to our diamond this week.
Our diamond in the rough this week is Sam Gonzalez.
Yes. Now who did he play? Was he the narrator?
Yeah, he played Lonnie Burnett
Lonnie Barnett
and Sherry's father. Yeah, he's the one that came out with the saxophone.
Amazing
Like in the middle of the
sax
show.
solo. Just,
I think that's what did it for me.
Yeah,
I
that's
think-
like sealed the deal for me. I
Yeah.
was like, man, this guy is like strong so far. I'm really enjoying his performance, and then when he came out with his sax, it just blew my mind.
It was very, very special. Like he really worked hard for that performance.
All right. So is there anything else we want to? Any closing comments? No. Like.
Kudos to the band.
Heck yes!
Amazing, because I'm not sure
Saxophone.
that all of them were students of the high school, but if they are, good job on you guys. And if not, strong performance.
Jess.
If I beatbox, will you sing to it?
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Oh. All right, guys. So that's all we have for you today. Thank you so much to our beautiful friend Mandy for joining us this week.
Thanks.
Next week we will be talking about Sharyland Pioneer's Beauty and the Beast. So stay tuned for that. That'll be next Thursday, and our friend Karina will be joining us as well for that one. So we're super excited, cannot wait. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. We really hope you enjoyed it. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much.
Bye!
What? I didn't want to cut your thought off because I didn't want you to not be able to edit it.
Let him die.
Sorry.
I love when you walk into a rehearsal and you're like, and they're like, "Are you warmed up, or do you want to warm up?" Hold on. Oh!
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Okay, I'm warm. We're good.
Oh my god.
Oh!
I missed that.
It's my favorite, dude.
I missed that.